shoulder pads tier list. These are the best and worst shoulder pads you could possibly get on the market, and make sure you stay to the end because you might be shocked where your shoulder pads end up. First up, we got the Riddell shoulder pad, and honestly, these pads are not that great. They're pretty heavy and outdated, and you have limited range of motion with these pads. And for all those reasons, sorry Riddell, you will be going in the D tier. Next up, we got Schutt shoulder pad. Y'all boys say Schutt, but I say Schutt. And although I like their F7, their pads are not that much better than Riddell. The wrong player catches you wearing these pads, he gonna send you straight to the ambulance. All jokes aside, depending on your position, Schutt shoulder pads may work for you. But coming from a skilled guy, these pads are just not my taste. And for all those reasons, sorry Schutt, you will be going in the C tier. Next up, we got Xenith shoulder pads. I honestly never got a chance to wear these pads because they came out after I graduated high school back in 2014. But what I hear from my youngins is that these are some light shoulder pads, but the protection isn't all that great. And for all those reasons, sorry Xenith, I will be putting you in the B tier. Next up, we got 2-in-1 shoulder pads. These are probably the lightest shoulder pads on the market. I wore these throughout my pro football training camp and I balled out. Also, as a vest, you can wear separately in 7-on-7. With these pads, you have zero limitation when it comes to your range of motion, and the protection is great. And for all these reasons, I will be putting 2-in-1 shoulder pads in the S tier. Lastly, we have the shoulder pads I rocked back in high school. These dropped in 2012 during my sophomore year, and they spread like you know what in the 80s. But since then, I switched to 2-in-1 shoulder pads, which are honestly a lot better in my opinion. So for all those reasons, I will be putting these pads in the A tier. Now I'm interested. Let me know down in the comments, what's your go-to shoulder pad?